What's up, everybody? Welcome to another animation process video. Let's bring up Benny Jordan, our amazing animator man. There he is. And he's cracking open a drink. Wait, it's not that day, is it?
It's a ginger root beer. I'm drinking ginger root beer any day.
Ginger root beer. All right, let's see. Today we're going to be continuing the process of doing the storyboards that we started last week. And Benny's going to be working on the last character concept.
The bartender. I think we have dubbed him Whiskey Joe. Or Whiskey Jack, I'm sorry.
Whiskey Jack.
Whiskey Jack.
So we're going to be working hard today. We'll get our share screens up here in a second. Benny's got a call.
That's my cousin Eric. Let's see. He's going to jump on soon. Woo.
Oh, that's Eric?
Yeah.
All right. Eric with an E will be joining us. He's going to be checking out the chat, keeping us engaged on that.
Maybe he'll do that.
Maybe he'll do that.
Just watch.
Sorry.
I mean, if he's reading off a question, it looks like it'll only be his.
Let's see. Share screen. Entire screen. All right. I did add the link to Storyboarder in the description. So if you guys don't have Storyboarder yet and want to get it from last time, the link should be in the description. So you can get all the right software. We'll be putting links to the stuff that Benny uses as well, which so far is Clip Studio.
Yeah. Probably. Hey, I'm looking at your storyboard here. Did you actually pull a still from Cheers?
Oh, I put a picture up on my other screen and I kind of quickly sketched it out.
So, I like it.
Wait till you see this. I'm not even done. Let me pull up the file.
Let's see what you got.
I remembered this part of the scene you wanted. Let's see. If I can find it. There. So right now I'm importing some files into Storyboarder. So now, let's see. We can watch him walk down. There you go. You said you wanted kind of a back shot, right? Of him going down?
Yeah, that's kind of not what I was having in mind, though.
Okay.
Let me think.
Did you want more of a side view? I thought you didn't like side views.
No. So what? Okay, let's see here. Let me share my screen here. And I'll show you what I have had in mind. All right. And the reason I'm not fond of this, even though it's great, is because it's hiding the exterior of the bar. Now, I know I said I wanted a couple steps down, which I still do. All right. Let's see here. Let me zoom in here so I can have some working space. What I was thinking was...
And I'm hoping that whatever we end up using, when we have to make the background, that we'll be able to reuse it for all the times we make the show.
Right. So, just a couple steps down, right?
Let me zoom in on what you're doing here. Layers.
So here's a sidewalk here, right? And I'm showing the door down here. This is down below the steps, right? So that we can keep it kind of side scrolling. You have the entrance to the box, say hub, whatever. Hub, um, maybe some lower windows that are kind of cut, and we see some heads down here, so that we see that it's kind of going down this way. So if we were to see it from a profile view, here's a sidewalk. All right. Here's the door.
Okay.
This is what I was thinking, where he would come down this way, but we'd still show it from here. But it doesn't have to be that way.
Well, we can do it that way. You won't be able to show the stairs then.
Right. I'm not concerned about the stairs because we can show him walking down the stairs with his movement.
Right. No, I thought you told me to put a couple of stairs going down.
Well, I mean, it's implied,
Okay.
but
I wish you implied
I
it before I
like.
start working on it.
Well, wait. It doesn't have to be this way because I do like that. I'm just.
It's fine. I can do it the other way too.
Wait. So if we have him go down, what if he's going down into a dark, ominous pit, right? And then we don't have to show. We can show him go down that way, and then we cut to the interior, and that's when the door opens.
Yeah, we could do that. Ben Tensley's in the chat saying the truth of the hour. Jason Dube rules. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Oh, I should probably turn off the stream starting soon thing.
So, hey, go to the frames before the stairs. Let's see how it flows.
Sure. So I just did a 3/4 again, but just kind of a back view.
Right. Okay.
So where are we at? So wow, what happened there? Okay, I'm missing this one.
Okay.
So we've got him walking sideways to this.
Okay, so that's almost breaking the 180 rule.
So I'd have to switch. I'd have to flip everything around.
Yeah, so it's jarring. It's jarring from that angle. And I want it to flow. Now, with this view here, the one I have, see, we can have him.
What's up, Head Ninja?
We can have him walking. Scroll stops. He walks off screen. Then we cut to him. Back view. Step, step, step. Okay, that's it. Step, step, step. Cut to inside.
Okay.
Door opens. I like that, but I don't know how it would look if we flipped it.
Well, we'll just go with the one you got.
Okay, we can.
Because you're going to have to end up animating a lot of this, so you've already worked out a lot of this in your head.
Well, I don't mind animating and walking down the stairs. That's I mean, probably a challenge, but I'm just thinking of how it is a bit jarring, and if we're gonna rig a puppet to do a 3/4 rear view, it's rigging a new puppet. So in order to save time, I mean, I can do a rear view for this scene. I mean, for this, if I'm working in Moho, it's just drawing the one image, and I can animate him easily that way, as opposed to getting all the details of a 3/4 view for that simple shot.
Okay, let me get started on this then.
Cool beans.
All right, so yeah, so today we're going to be completing the. Hey, what's up, Head Ninja? We're going to be completing the storyboards, or at least I'll be completing the storyboards. While Benny works on the last character,
Whiskey
wow,
Jack.
Whiskey Jack. Wow, that is a mustache. Very cool.
I thought it'd be fun to animate the mustache as he talks, so we won't see a lot of mouth. We might see a little dark behind the mustache, but the mustache is what's going to be the character as he talks.
All right.
And I'm still at the moment the sketches is still a little too involved. I want to simplify it down into more simple shapes for ease of animation and appeal. I mean, I think for cartoons, the simpler the better. Who's that?
I didn't hear nothing.
You didn't?
I'm trying to get some music, and the commercial came up. YouTube's got like 1,000,000 commercials now. All right.
You don't have a premium account?
For what?
YouTube? Yeah.
You have to pay for that.
Yeah, not much.
Uh,
You know what?
I'm an artist, brother. I got no extra.
When it comes to commercials, see, I hate to be sold on something. I don't like people trying to sell me something. If I know what I want, I'll go out and get it and I'll look for it. I don't need a commercial, so I will pay a couple extra bucks to get rid of those commercials.
Yeah, I'll just hit skip when the little skip button comes.
Let's see. I want to move that over a little bit. So where's my liquefy? Liquefy. Yeah.
Head Ninja says the premium accounts are crazy expensive, aren't they? That's what I'm saying, brother.
I don't think it is. I can't remember what I'm paying, but
Benny's got money though. He's got some.
right, right. I've got money.
You got money if you can pay for the premium accounts.
Premium accounts, I don't.
What?
Said I don't have money with these premium accounts I have to pay for.
He spends it all on the premium accounts.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm doing here is on my sketch, I'm using the liquefy tool because the center line where his bow tie is a little off. So one thing I like about Clip Studio is this is a liquefy tool. What is that noise? Do you hear that?
What is that?
You know what? I think they're doing work next door. Our neighbors got evicted, so I think they're cleaning up right now.
Sorry to hear that.
No, it's a good thing. But might have to deal with that for a little bit. Sasha, no, it's okay, honey. And then it gets the dogs going. It's okay, Sash. All right, so got that. Good. Oops, wrong layer. Love that.
Ooh.
What?
Oh, just my belly is talking to me.
Is that because you're hungry, or is it because of something you ate?
Probably a little bit of both. And Ninja says he hears a humming too.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I mean, it's not my fault, but let's get this angle right. I think that's right. So, one artist I've always admired and I loved his work was Steven Silver. Are you familiar with Steven Silver, Jason?
Is that the guy from 90210?
What? Steven Silver was the character designer for cartoons such as Kim Possible. I think Johnny Quest. Not Johnny Quest. Johnny Test. No, not Johnny Test either. Anyways, Kim Possible was the main one that stuck out, and his designs were very simple and they were kept inside a main shape, and that's kind of what I'm going for on him. And I think it'll work for this because of the kind of hodgepodge of characters and styles that we have in this. It'll be okay. So like this main shape of his neck going down to his shoulder, and then the collar. You know, I mean, I could draw it out like this, but this character, the design is so in depth that maybe I don't know. Maybe I should do that. Initially, I want to just keep it all into that shape, but yeah, that's okay. What do you think? Keep it in the shape or not? That it simplifies it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in the shape. Keep it in.
Head Ninja says I kind of took after Bruce Timm myself.
Yeah. Batman.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it in shape. Oh, yeah, keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. There. There. Now, designing this character, this is just, I mean, this for Hudson Grimes here, I'm probably gonna create his character and rig him up in Moho just as he is here. This character, I probably won't. I'll have to, see what you get in storyboards before I rig him up. I'm just drawing him out so we have some form of character right now. With the piano guy, I have got him rigged. I've got him created a vector and Moho. I've even got some animation going, but I think we'll hold off on sharing that right now because it's not finished, but it's got a good portion done. Just kind of a test animation. I don't know. I don't know if we'll use it. We might use it for the start screen, but that's that. So we'll just continue with him.
Let me see your little thumbnail again that you wanted it.
Oh, I deleted it.
Oh,
I can redraw it.
no, it's fine.
Oh, here.
Head Ninja says, "Got to remember these characters got to move without breaking bank." Yeah.
So I wonder if we have the door. I mean, it'd be down like this.
Door has to be. Yeah. It just looks weird when I'm drawing it. And like,
I know. I'm wondering if because maybe I'm just wondering if we should have.
do the buildings like suddenly just go down? Like the building next to it would be.
Yeah, maybe we'd have a door that's up here. This one, yeah. This one, I think. I mean, like all our bricks or whatnot would be all lined up here, but then this little section, just this section, would probably go down. And then I think maybe the windows would probably. Well, the windows could be lower if we have windows. Do we want windows? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll work that out when we design the background. But for storyboard purposes, let's just have the door that's going down a few steps. Because when we rig this out, this foreground part right here, like the sidewalk and stuff, that'll be on a layer that's in front of this. That way, when we have Hudson here, he can be in between the two layers. right? So that we can move him down, and he would go behind the foreground layer, and it'll look like he's walking down the steps. Capiche?
Yeah, this looks weird. Because, well, it's because I'm doing it on a single layer. That's why. Right now,
Yeah.
so I just want to make sure I'm
It
getting
could
it right.
change. If it doesn't work out, then we'll change it up.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I just that the other scene that you had, it's kind of breaking the 180 rule, and that makes it real jarring.
That's probably a good thing to talk about. What is a 180 rule?
Um, so the 180 rule is basically, say if you have a stage, right, and you have your actors or characters here, and you say you have a camera here, right? Well, you don't want the camera to, I mean, you can either have it come this way, moving, or you can have it come this way. But you don't want, say, you don't want a camera, say right here. Say your camera's here and your field of view is here, right? Well, you don't want to cut to another camera over here, changing the angle. You want to stay kind of one on this 180. So we could, I mean, you could have the camera move from behind him all the way over to behind this person, but you don't want to you don't want to. It's hard to. It's really hard to explain for me.
Barrett Russell says, try to show more close-up shots of your works every so often because it's hard to see what's going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
So basically, if you're having a character walk this way, you don't want to cut to where he's walking this way, right? So if he's, let me get rid of this stuff. If in one scene you have a character and he's walking this way, it's very jarring for the next scene to have him facing this way. The flow is off.
right. You need to flip them.
Right. I mean, if he walks, so if he walks off screen this way, you want him coming on screen this way.
Right.
So, but if we have him walking this way and he walks off screen, to cut to a rear view here, it's not breaking the 180 rule. It's still the camera is still kind of within that scope, so it's not as jarring.
Okay. These are good rules to know.
I probably didn't explain it too well, but that's my explanation. That's what you're getting. All right. So this guy, I want him to have big forearms, and then it's like his arm just kind of flows into his hand. Just a little break there for the palm. All right, it's awfully quiet, Jason.
Oh, I gotta put the music back on.
Well, you gotta talk. People can listen to music. They can't always hear us talk.
Well, so I guess I can tell you what I'm working on. Right now I'm just trying to get the exterior shot of the pub. And this is not going to be what we're going to actually use. This is just for the storyboards. And then I'm going to go ahead and, once I have that, put some windows back here. I'm trying to show that there's more than one level to this thing.
Oh, I like that. I do like that.
So that way
Mm-hmm.
you can see that it goes down. You know what I mean? Like these
Yeah.
windows on the bottom here, they look incomplete because there's more panes below it. It's just really hard to show it without actually having a character go walking down it. So I thought this might be a good way to.
Yeah, you know what we'll need are handrails going in front, because if it's going down, then they're gonna, for safety reasons, they would have handrails there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Might have made these a little bit too big then. Let me do that real quick. Because you're right. So we'll say let's.
Now, what if there weren't windows down there? We keep the windows up top. Maybe there's just one window. No, let's you know what? Let's keep the windows there, because maybe what we can do, instead of just cutting to him standing down there or standing right there and stepping down, maybe we'll have a slight camera kind of pan over slightly so we see a little bit of parallax while he's standing there, and then he steps down. You don't need to show that in the storyboards, though.
All right. So that's about as detailed as I'm going to get right now for
That's
this.
good. That's all you need.
So what I'm going to do now is I'll go ahead and drop this into Photoshop, like I was showing everybody last time. All we do is hit the little button right here on the top. We go to Photoshop. We can see the old one I was working on. All right, so let's get old Grimes, our character. And since we are going with the definite, Benny's got the defined character look now of him. Like, we know that's pretty much what we're going with. Get him back up. So on my ink level here, I'm going to add a panel. It lets me. There we go. There we go. We'll call this Hudson. All right.
I want this guy to have suspenders. I don't think I'm going to put buttons. I'm going to leave it simple. Just a line for the shirt. You know what? Do we want suspenders on them? I think if I add suspenders, it's going to get too busy, and I don't want that. So I think initially I was thinking suspenders. I think we're going to keep suspenders off of him. What do you think?
Hold on. Let me look. What are you doing? Oh.
Suspenders or no suspenders?
No suspenders.
Okay. Keep it simple.
And right. We got some comments. We do. Sorry, everybody. So, Head Ninja says, good call out at Barrett Russell. Barrett Russell's like, thanks, Head Ninja. Eric Dawes is here. He says, hey there.
Eric with an E?
Eric with an E. And I will try and get that music back up now. So we have some filler. Some filler bunny. Let's see.
Well, it sounds like the wife's home.
Oh, okay.
Mine. Mine. Okay. Let's do that a little bit. Can't do that. Because last time I was somehow 20 minutes behind you. You sure, or was it just that we weren't reading your questions? I think that may be it.
He was not happy about that. We do apologize.
That needs to be screwed out here. Let's just, well, let's see if we can't do this. Here, liquefy comes into play again. What is this? Man, it's horrible.
Music?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's free.
there's a
I
reason.
didn't. I didn't pay for the premium free music. Let's see. This is all. Let me see if I can find something without any words. Hold on.
Oh, Eric says, I thought you weren't reading them, but turns out I was behind. I don't know how that happened. I think when I rigged,
Dang it.
yeah, you're playing too much music.
What?
I say you're playing too much music. So I think when I design this guy in Moho and rig him up, I'm going to use his main body shape, but I'm not gonna design the arms in this position I draw him. I'll probably have to redraw them kind of hanging down at A shape or something. But we'll wait and see what your storyboards are before I decide. But I mean, I think his head, torso, and legs we can go ahead and draw out in Moho when I get to that stage, and then decide what what the arm position is going to be. I mean, if he's just going to be standing there cleaning a glass, then yeah, that's easy. But I think we have him. Do we have him? We don't have him pouring a drink, do we?
No. We just see I think a glass appears,
Okay.
but we don't have all that. I think we purposely kept that.
So that is the sleeve rolled up. Um, finger, finger, finger. this. This. And I think we can just kind of do this. All right. You know what? I think I'm gonna have part of this realm down into the glass. Yes. I think that works. I think we can turn that music off, Jason.
What?
I don't think we need the music.
Okay.
Not that music.
What's that?
I said not that music.
No, I like it.
No. I think I'd rather hear pencil scratching.
Wow.
All right. That's. I think we can give this guy a layer of ink. Let's turn off my sketch. See what we got here. I don't know. Adjust that head with the not the just the.
So when you guys are done, so when you guys are working in Storyboarder and then you import it into Photoshop, when you go back, you need to immediately double click on the layer that you sent into Photoshop so that you can change it back to draw in Storyboarder. Otherwise, it's going to turn into it'll not save and it will turn into just a black screen basically. So
You're not really. Are you? It doesn't really import it. There's a pipeline, right? So it's not like you have to really import it. You just click the button and it takes you right to it.
it takes you to it, but then afterwards you need to double click out or
Yeah.
hit the save button on Photoshop and then double click out. Either way, you have to double click out back in Storyboarder, otherwise it gets confused and it turns your screen black. I just learned this the hard way. So Eric's talking to the head ninja. And Eric says, yeah, the music wasn't coming through well anyway.
It wasn't. It wasn't. Okay.
So there you go.
I think that's as simple as we're gonna get for that guy for detail. So yeah, because most of the detail is up in the head. We got large shapes in the body, so with the the different detail level brings your attention up to the face. So I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna colorize my lines here and lower the opacity and new layer and get to my pen I want to use, which was rough ink pen. Or no, or was it texture? Let's see. Rough ink pen.
There you go, Benny. How's that?
I like it. Oh yeah, yeah. I think you know what would help is maybe put so you have the door here, right? And maybe put like something like a little arrow like this, and you know, bar down the stairs.
Oh, to help explain it?
Yeah. So you know what? You know what we could do is maybe instead of doing a parallax where the camera is moving from the side, maybe we'll start at like if this was our screen, and then we'll zoom, pan back a little bit, and we'll get the parallax that way with the foreground, the midground, and the background. So the camera will come out this way.
Yeah.
Oh, I got someone at the door. I'll be right back.
What? You have someone at the door?
Be right back. Watch out, son. I know. Yeah, I am.
All right, let's see if we got some comments. Got 3 people watching right now. What's up, everybody? All right, let's see. Looks like we're all caught up on the comments. Okay, cool. Okay, so he wants to go inwards.
All right. Okay. You do okay without me? I'm back.
All right.
All right.
No, I don't think that's going to work.
What was I doing? Okay. P. Let's see. Texture pen. I think it was rough ink pen.
All right, you guys, I'm going to show you guys how to do the onion skin. So onion skin, I remember what it is.
The onion skin.
Huh?
So for those that don't know.
So don't know, there's this little, here, let me zoom in here. It's weird going on all these different screens. All right. So a neat little trick on Storyboarder is they've got this little deal right here. It's called an onion skin. You click on this, and basically what you now are seeing is a little bit of the panel in front of this storyboard. You can see a little bit of the one before it and a little bit of the one behind it. So we're going to click to this one, because what we're doing is we're making this little bar sign, and we're just going to add it into the rest of the scenes. And we don't want it to appear, oops, like it's moving around. So we're just going to use the onion skin.
I mean, technically, you don't have to do that right now. If you don't want to.
Oh, I always want to get it done right for you. So, whoops. So as you can see, it doesn't, well, it kind of moves a little bit, but not as bad as if I was just going to try and eyeball it. And again, this is not going to be the final anyway. So I'm actually just going to make the arrow.
Couldn't you have just gone back into Photoshop and drawn the arrow? Then you don't have to redraw it all those times.
I'd have to resave them all.
Oh, that's right, because you have it moving, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, whatever.
There we go. I'm going to turn off the onion skin now. I thought it was a good way to just show an example of how the onion skin thing works.
Good call.
Even though I didn't do a good job on it. All right. And you said you want it to zoom. You want You want me to take pictures of it zooming in as he's walking down?
No. So, what I'm thinking is, so we're gonna when we cut, we're gonna cut to maybe, yeah. Where
It's
this
like
goes.
they had ninjas working too. He's drawing.
So I think we can cut to this.
Eric's painting.
Nice. Have our thing. So to be here, and then we pull out with the camera.
After he walks in?
No, not yet. So we might have this, and then I wonder if I wonder as we pull out, he's kind of standing right here as we pull out, right? So the camera, I think the camera will start from in front of him and then pull behind him. So it'll end up like this, and then the next,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah, the camera will
So
pull
you want
out.
to zoom, okay, so you want to,
It's
I
not
got you.
zoomed in. We're starting on a close up
Right,
of,
right.
of
I
the
got you.
bar, right? Maybe there's a little latch here, right? Bar, the door slides open and peeks. Guy peeks in or peeks out.
What?
like the security. He slides open the door. You see some eyes here peering out. The camera pulls out. Then we see the rear view of Hudson. Right. Okay. And then you pull out more. Let's hide her for a second. And then maybe it's pulling out as he's walking down, right? So now we have he's down here. I was just joking about this here.
I know. All
But
right, so here's what I got for you. So zoom in,
and zoom your stuff in so I can see it.
and then it goes, pulls back, and then you got the guy, and he goes in.
Wait, start that again.
So it starts up close.
I want it closer.
Closer?
Yeah, closer. And so I don't want to see him walking in. I mean, I don't want to see him walking into frame. So
You don't want to see him walking into frame?
I don't want to see him walk into frame. I want him already there. But the camera, say, let me show you. Here's the door. He's up here, right? He's right here. Camera starts right here. Probably right here. Here, so we get maybe this. This is the camera view, right? And then the camera pulls back to behind him. It'd probably be more back here, right? So we see this. Camera pulls back this way, so that we see this now, and then that might pull back as he's walking down. But for storyboard purposes, let's just pull it back. You know, so at some point the screen might go black as we pull back, right? Because it's almost like it's going through him, or maybe it's coming just maybe over the shoulder to where we see him come on screen this way, where like his head's here on the screen and the camera comes this way. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So he's not walking into frame. He's already there.
He's already
But
there.
we don't show him because the camera is up here and it pans back kind of over his shoulder. Then we see him and he's boop, boop, boop.
But you still got to go down the stairs, right?
Yes, he's still got to go down the stairs. But I'm not sure if we want to pull the camera back and then show him go down the stairs, or pull the camera back as he's going down the stairs, and then we see him kind of down a few layers. But for your purposes now, just pull the camera back and then have him go down the stairs. We can do camera play once we get the actual animation of him going down the stairs. Then we can play with the camera.
I was gonna say we don't normally do this the camera stuff in this. I mean, I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do.
What do you mean?
But like when we used to work together, we didn't normally do that.
Well, we did what the job called for. Now you have him too far back.
You want it big. I thought you want him like we're going through them.
Yeah, but are you going to adjust the background?
Yes. All right, man, I'm confused. What you
Just think that he's standing here still. He's not walking up yet. He's just here, right? He's here. Camera's down here.
So he's right next to the stairs.
Yeah, he's right next to the stairs. It's going to be a cut. It's just going to be real quick. He's right next to the stairs because the scene before has him walking off screen, okay? Then it's just going to... We were thinking it's going to cut to the camera being behind him standing at the stairs, right? Well, to give some movement, we're just going to move the camera in front of him and pull the camera back right as he starts walking down. That way, when we pull the camera back, we get a little parallax between the background, midground, and foreground, and gives it a three-dimensional effect.
So like this kind of a thing.
So we'd start like this here, this close to the door, right? You see where I'm at?
Yeah.
Right here. Start right here.
Right.
Okay. So the camera is right here. Then we pull back. Maybe when we pull back, the camera's going to come over his shoulder. So his shoulder might be like this, right? Cameras, and this is him.
Okay, so you do want him really close. Okay.
Yeah, I want him right here. But yeah, the camera is going to pull back over his shoulder, and then it's going to have, he's going to be in this, like this, and then it pulls back more to where we have your original position. So really the only thing moving until he starts walking is the camera, going from the door to behind him.
Am I blue?
Got it?
You be too. Yeah, I'm just making all the layers for you. Okay, and then can he? And then
What?
not then.
Once the camera pulls back, show him walking down the stairs. But what I think we'll actually do is, just as the camera pulls back over his shoulders when he starts walking. But don't worry about that. I'll play around with that. See what's better.
I'm gonna get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. I think that one is that one.
I think his eye, I think it's just going to be all black. I don't think we need to show a pupil or anything. Just all black. Because, you know, maybe
All right, so this frame, let's get rid of.
maybe his death had something to do with his eyes, which is why maybe this is just an eye socket and he has a patch over one.
All right, let's see if you like this.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, shit. You got to move my stuff out of the way.
All right, hold on. Let me throw this back in here. Man, I was gonna be doing all the storyboards today. I'm way behind now.
We don't have a deadline.
I know it, but I thought, never mind. Okay, we had a discussion earlier,
Did we?
and for our scheduling. It's okay. You're right. We don't have a boss.
For our scheduling.
Right, so,
I don't recall I don't recall that conversation about the scheduling.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We'll have another conversation later.
I figured the more videos we have, the better, right?
So like this, right?
Let's see. No.
I'll zoom in and I guess back. I'll zoom in on those last ones. But that's what you want. You want it zoomed in so you just kind of going right in.
Yeah, go with that. Go with that.
And then I'll enlarge all these for you.
Yeah, so okay, go back to the beginning frame for that. Okay, so right now the only thing you should see move is the background, because that's where the camera is, and the camera's pulling out. So the background is going to get in the frame is going to get smaller, right?
Okay, so let me put lines in there for that.
Just think just keep in mind where the camera is.
So the camera is going to be pulling out from this part.
Yes, camera's going to be pulling out,
And then
over control. So yeah, what he's doing is good, but because there's no movement on the background, it looks like he's still walking into frame, which is not what I want. I want him already there.
Well, I know,
Yeah.
but I mean, just for
him,
storyboard.
yeah, for him that's good. But the background needs to shrink down a bit as well.
Right. I wasn't really going to show that, but okay.
And then I'm not sure at this point. I'm not sure we need to pull back that far. So go back to the
I'm gonna. So for these last scenes right here, I'm gonna zoom back in.
Yeah, go back. Oh yeah. Oh, you were zoomed in.
This is where I zoomed in, so I'm gonna zoom in back into these.
Yeah.
These are small. These are still small. I haven't fixed those yet.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I'm on the right track with this.
Yeah. It's just as the camera moves, we have two other things in play. We have the background.
Right.
Two things in play: the background and the character.
Right. Which we call that parallaxing, right?
Right.
So
we are usually
now. Do we usually show that kind of stuff in the storyboards?
Like parallaxing?
I mean,
no, we don't. We don't have to. It's just I want to make sure we have the camera movement annotated.
Okay, so should I?
Technically, we could do this. It doesn't. I mean, if we weren't doing animatics,
Well, I mean, is there a way in when you're doing storyboards? Is there a way to say it, or do you have to just show? You have to show it.
Look, there's nothing wrong with writing notes.
Right, we got notes right here.
Yeah. Here, look. Okay, you have this.
So I've got my notes.
You can write camera pulls back. And that's perfectly okay.
So I'll write camera pulls back.
right? And then
as
you don't have to. You don't. They could just be that, and then the next frame could just be um, what we're left with, right? Let me get rid of this. I probably should be doing this on a different layer, so I don't have to do all this. And then the next frame can be. So I would do probably pull back to this far where.
oh wait, let me zoom in on your screen so people can see what you're doing.
Yeah. So maybe here, and um, I mean that maybe that's as far as it pulls back.
Yeah.
Right?
Otherwise, it's just gonna look.
And
I'm
you
gonna
can
get,
write camera pulled back over the shoulder.
yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So you don't have to. You don't. I don't think you have to show any type of actual movement in the frames. Just annotate it with the notes, so that when we actually do the animating with camera work, we know what
Well,
we're
that's
doing.
why I was just asking, like, so
Yeah.
professionally, people that are trying to become animators and stuff, when they, let's say they get hired as a storyboard artist, would they need to be working with the writer about parallaxing or,
No, parallaxing. Well, if you're animating, then you might want to put in a note. Camera pulls back, show parallax between foreground and midground background, or as camera pulls back, or you can note that. It all depends. Really, all depends on who's directing and how detailed they want the boards. But I mean, if you're working with cameras with 3D cameras and working with several layers as you move the camera, there's going to be a natural parallax that the software provides.
true? All right. So let me just finish with those last few. I think.
Now, it's going to be a learning curve when I'm in Moho because I Moho has cameras. I have never played with the cameras in Moho, so we will be doing that on this.
We'll all be learning.
Yep. I'm still learning Moho, but I thought this would be a nice opportunity to do some things that I haven't done with it before. One of the things I like about Moho is what the brush that I'm using, the brush I use to create him. I mean, if I zoomed in on him and on the animation that I'm doing, when say like if I moved his head, there's a line they call it a line boil
A
with
line boil.
it's called a line boil. It it's the line is animated as it moves, which so it really looks like if I were to draw something with pencil on one frame and draw another with pencil on the next frame and draw the next frame and draw the next frame and draw the next frame. When you play it back, it shows a little bit of line boil. And a good example of that is watching, Disney's The Jungle Book or the old Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. If you look at it, you look at the line work, the lines actually move because each frame was drawn. So you can't get the same exact line every frame. So it looks like those lines are moving a little bit. It's got a little jitter, and it's in some software it's called line boil. Um, but it gives a really neat effect. And I'm anxious to animate this guy because I want to have a lot of squash and stretch in his beard and mustache when as he talks and moves. A lot of overlap. So if he were to move his head, up, the beard would have a little squash and stretch, a little overlap as he moves. So if he moved his head up, the beard would be drug. It would kind of follow, as opposed to the whole beard moving when his head moves.
That's going to be interesting to see how that works.
Yeah. Like that right there.
That's too big.
Oh, we are about at time.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I knew I was behind.
I think I can hear my kid's stomach grumbling.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and end it for today. It looks like we have some homework. And let me turn off these screens. All right, you guys. So looks like we have a couple of people in there drawing as well. We hope that you got some work done. We got some work done. This is a process, and we're hopefully we're all learning a little bit as we go. Benny, do you have anything you want to plug?
Not today.
Okay.
Just, you want to look at my work, check out the links below. If we do have links below, right?
We have links below. Also, if you have any comments or anything like that, go ahead. Leave your comments below as well. We'll get to them and address them on the next show. You guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys on Friday. I don't know if Benny, you're going to be here Friday?
If I don't have to take my wife to work, I will be here Friday.
All right. So maybe we'll be here Friday. We're going to do some drawing. If you guys want to just join along and draw with us on Friday, we're going to have
What are we drawing on Friday?
What?
What are we drawing on Friday?
We're going to be drawing a character from Kill Jessica Kill. So we have to figure out who. I'll leave it up to you, Benny.
Okay.
Since you drew the characters on there.
All right.
So you guys, we'll see you guys at the next one. Thank you for joining us, and see you for now. Peace.
See you later.
And make sure to check out the Patreon.
Just want to thank everybody for watching it all the way to this point. If you can, like, share, subscribe, comment.